Hello, this is an easy piece written by J.Kuffner called Andantino. If you look at the first measure, the time signature is 3/4, which means 3 beats to the measure. I have made extensive markings in addition to the original notes so you can read the music easily. You start with the circled numbers on top. The circled numbers tell you which strings to play. The numbers underneath that, without the circles, are your left hand fingerings. 0 means no finger is being used. It's an open string. First is the first finger, second is the second finger, third is the third finger, and fourth is the fourth finger. And then you have some letters, M, I, P. M is the middle finger of the right hand, I is the index finger, and P is the thumb. That tells you which right hand fingers to use for plucking which string. So let's start with the first measure. If you look at the strings in the circled numbers, it tells you that the first 3 notes are to be played. First string, second string, third string, and that means using the right hand, M, I, P, middle finger, index finger, and the thumb. But which notes are we to play with the left hand? So the first note is an open string E. The second note is the first fret of the second string, and the third note is the open G note on the third string. So the first measure sounds like this. The second measure, similarly, is also on the first string, second string, third string, using the same right hand finger pattern of M, I, and P. The notes are the first fret of the first string, F, followed by the third fret of the second string, and the open G string. So you play them. So on the third measure, we start with the first string and we use the middle finger by using the fourth finger on the third fret. That is followed by a double note where we make use of the I finger on the first string on the first fret and the P finger on the third fret of the second string, played together. And the next is a double note again where we play the top note on the first string open with the end finger and the bottom note on the second fret of the first string with the P again. And we have the last measure of the first line with the long note. There are 2 long notes played together. Both of them are half notes with a dot next to them, which means they stay on for 3 beats, which in turn means they stay on for the entire measure. So that is the second string and the third string played by the index finger and the thumb together, third string and second string. Which notes the left hand plays on the third fret of the second string, and the other note is the open G on the third string, played together. So the first line now sounds like this. The next line begins with the same first string, second string, third string pattern of the very first opening bar. In fact, it is the same 3 notes as the opening bar. Okay, the next measure goes the opposite way. Third string, second string, first string, with the thumb, index finger, and middle finger. Which notes are we playing? The second finger of the third string, the third finger on the second string, the first finger on the first string. Here we have to take care that the first note, A, on the third string, rings throughout the measure because it is a half note with a dot next to it. So don't cut it off. Next measure has double notes again played on the second and third string, first and second string, and second and third string again. Now on the right hand it is I and P followed by M and P followed by I and P again. Which are the notes being played? You play open string on the third string with the D, the third fret of the second string, and the next set of notes you play C on the first fret of the second string and the open first string, and then you play the open third string along with the D on the third fret of the second string. We finish off section A with two long notes, one on the fourth string and the other on the second string. This is the first time we are playing the fourth string in this song. There will be one more time towards the end when we play the fourth string again, but otherwise the entire song is in the top three strings. We use the thumb and the middle finger to play the fourth and the second strings. Which are the notes? We use second finger on the fourth string, E, and the first finger on the C note, first fret, second string. Played together, long note. So this entire second line sounds like this. The whole of section A sounds like this. The idea is to work in a similar manner with section B by being patient and slow and learning note by note. There is no other way. Once you are reasonably good at identifying the notes, it's time to turn on the metronome. The final suggested tempo for this piece is a quarter note at 102. It's written right on top. Okay, but you can start at half the tempo or even less. The idea is accuracy. If you get accuracy first, speed will come later. For example, I can turn on the metronome to half that speed, 51, and I can practice at this speed.